say the great man. Uh, uh. Show me you gon' ride with me, not because I'm lyrical. Read all your verses and you know I'm talking biblical. Late night rapping, making noise and shit is difficult. Toning out the haters, I don't care if they get critical. Wanna be stable, get away from being livable. Always know my worth, cause I'm counting all these miracles. I make it look easy, I do it like this shit is typical. Allergic to the fakes, and I always stay divisible. Wrote it and you know it, if you blind, I make them visible. Don't try to test me, look at you and you look quizzical. I work at my max and you work at your minimal. You see that I'm the best, so don't get analytical. Stay away from beef, but I like to get physical. Always stand by the age of average individual. Look out, time flies, I see the lights through my peripherals, and it's ADAGR8 popping up on your digital. While you in my phone and you talking real sexually. Shorty in my phone and she wanna get up next to me.
All right, good people. So we need to talk. Three is back, and joining me today, the music that you just heard in the intro there is actually my first artist that I've had on my show. A the Great. How are you
Yes,
doing
sir.
today, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Just writing music, working, and now that I'm done with school, I'm definitely going very hard with music. So I'm just always writing, but I'm doing great though.
All right. So we'll get right into it. So for the people that may not know you, who is A the Great?
So Ada Great is an artist from the DMV. I'm very just chill, relaxing. I'm very humble. I stay true to myself. I'm very honest. When you listen to my music, you will really get to the feel where I'm coming from. I really put my heart and what I'm feeling into my music. So it's like every line, every note that I'm saying is a piece of me, and it's a piece of my mind. So when you actually listening to it, I'm basically sharing myself with everyone else. So I definitely want everyone to tune into my music, and not just to hear it, but to really listen to it, and to get me, you know.
Mhm. All right. So what got you? What influenced you to get into music?
I really been around music all my life. My mom, she always listens to music. Going to church and being in the choir when I was little,
Mhm.
that was really fun. So I was always around music like that. Um, my grandmother always listened to just old school music when we ride in the car. So I was always influenced by that. Um, it was just like I was always around music all my life, and growing up, I really was set on being a basketball player, right? And that was my dream. Like I really thought that was my passion. But as I was getting older, and like I was going through like certain things, certain problems with certain friends, certain people, I
Mhm.
would I would write I would write poems to
Yeah.
really just relieve my stress, to help me, to just speak. You feel me? Like that's how I just put my words out was on the paper. So I was doing that, and my poems would be really nice. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just start writing music,
Yeah.
and I just started writing music, and then it wasn't until I was around a group of my friends, and we was sitting and then we was sitting in the basement. We was just chilling, and I was like, yeah,
Mhm.
oh, hello,
Yeah. I got you.
oh, I got you.
All right. So we back. We just had a little technical difficulty, but you were saying you and your friends were in the basement.
Yeah, so me and my friends were actually in the basement one night, and I was like, we was just chilling. I was like, I got something in my phone that I've been writing, and I rapped it to them, and they were like, the faces were really surprised because of what I delivered. They didn't think that I could do that. So,
Mhm.
and personally, I didn't think that I could do that. So I was actually shocked in myself, and they was telling me, they was like, keep going, like that's you got it. Like that's really you. And they felt what I was saying. So that moment forward, it's just music has really been my outlet in how I can really express myself. So that's why I go hard for music. It's because I love it. It's not because of the fame, not because I want the money. It's just because I love it and it's really what I want to do.
That's good when you have, you know, your people behind you that believe in your dream as
Yeah.
much as you do. And even when you're, you know, you're down or have doubts about it, you know, those people are still in your corner pushing you to be, you know, the best and the greatest that you can be.
Yeah.
So how did your mother feel when you told her about this, that you wanted to pursue music? I know you're still in school, but how did she
No.
when you told her that you wanted to pursue music?
She was very supportive actually. Well, in the beginning, in the beginning, it was a little iffy because she just was really set on school, school, school. Like everything was just school. Like she didn't really see no other path or no other outlet other than school. You know, like she really thought school was the only thing that could build a foundation for me or just for someone in general. You know,
Yeah.
so I really just had to force it into her that music is really going to be what I want to do. Like music is what I'm going to do in the future, and
Mm.
that's what's going to bring me money. That's going to be my natural income.
Okay.
And me putting the work forward, me doing shows and actually making music is showing her that this really is my passion. So like throughout the time, she really has become very supportive. She has just really looked out for me throughout this journey too. So my Dukes is really looking out, and I love it for that.
All right. So has outside of your mother, has there been anyone that maybe didn't see your vision, and once they heard your music in your family, and once they heard your music or saw you perform or anything, their minds changed? Has there been
Oh,
anybody in your
oh,
family?
definitely for sure. My grandmother for sure. When I told her that I was doing music, she was looking like you shouldn't be doing music at all. Like nah, I don't think that's for you. Like maybe you should do. I don't know. She just wanted me to do anything but music. But once like I I actually sent one of my songs to her,
Mm.
and she didn't listen to it. But when we got around each other, I played it for her, and she actually listened to it, and she loved it. Almost brought tears to her eyes.
Oh,
So
that's great. That means she was listening to your words and not just, you know, not so much just the beat and things like that. So like I said,
yeah,
that's great to have a a good support system, and the fact that it's your mother and your grandmother on top of your friends, you know,
yeah,
that's awesome that to have, because a lot of people jump out there and try to do music, whether it's R&B, rap, whatever the case is, and a lot of times the parents are the ones that don't believe in it and just like, nah,
yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna work. It's a million people doing this, but
Hmm.
you know, the fact that your mother and grandmother are behind you, that means a lot.
Right. And you actually said something that my mom said too. She was like, it is a million people doing this, but one thing that sets myself away from the other million people that doing this is my drive and
Mm.
my mentality for wanting to be successful. Man, that's different because I feel like nobody is as hungry as me. Like I always want to eat. Even when I am eating, my
Mhm.
plate is still not full. Like I'm still hungry. You feel me? So I'm always gonna keep going. I'm always going to keep moving. I'm never going to slow down.
So what so and listening to, you know, the truth, which is the name of the song that we played coming in. I don't think I said the name coming in, but the truth. Um, out, outside of what I heard, what separates you from the rest of these other artists? And I know people are gonna take offense to me saying this, but I don't like mumble rap. I don't get it. So
Okay.
outside of that, what really separates you from the other artists?
What really separates me from the other artists is the way I speak in my music. Well, yeah, the way I speak in my music, like the way I present myself and the way I would tell my story in the lyrics that I say behind the beat in my music. So it's like it's like the words that I'm saying is very is different. It's like everyday words, but you still not hearing them every day. You feel me? Like
Mhm.
like if you go back and listen to the truth, is you gonna catch it. It's like you really like, ooh, okay, I get what he's saying, because
Mhm.
it's just different. Like it really is, because it's just a different vibe. Like I really just be vibing on the beat. Really, like it's just I really can't explain it. You just really gotta listen to yourself.
Yeah, because like I said, and listening to it when you sent it to me, you were, and this, people might say, oh, that's just you being an old man, whatever. I'm 42, I'm not 60 or 70. But you know what I mean? But listening to you, and I listen to a lot of rap, you enunciate, you're clear in your words and everything.
Yeah.
That's why, like, I have to rewind a verse back or a line back and say, what did he say there? Like I said, I can really understand everything you're saying. So I mean, to me, and listening to that, and that's what I was telling my wife, it was like, I said I can understand him. This is,
Yeah.
this is something that I would and I could listen to, because
Yeah.
I can understand you, versus having to, ask Siri or Alexa to give me the verse, tell me what you're saying in each verse and stuff. So
I got you.
that really is going to separate you from that. But with you being, with you being that way, and I mean that in a good way, with you being
Mhm.
that way as a rapper, do you ever feel that that's gonna hurt your, I guess, your sales or your audience once you get to that point? Because everybody, for whatever reason now, a lot of people like the dumbed down version of rap. They don't want to hear conscious shit. They don't want to hear good shit. They want to hear
Exactly.
a good beat, and they just want to hear somebody mumbling. So do you think that that's going to impact you in any way? The fact that the fact that you're speaking clear English, you think that that's going to
Yeah.
hurt with today's fans?
Um, I definitely do, for sure. And one thing that I was thinking about also, is a good thing you brought this up too, because for the other people watching that are my age, I can tell you, like, you're young. So one thing that I thought about myself, like, I'm young, so me doing this, like rapping, like articulating all my words, talking with the professionalism, actually spitting facts, that's probably going to build slow, but it's going to build. And me personally, I'm trying to change the game. Like, I'm not trying to rap like everybody else, because I'm ADAGR8. I'm not everybody else. You feel
Mhm.
me? So I'm just trying to I'm gonna change the game, and I'm gonna make it I'm gonna make rap back to what it was, what it's supposed to be. You feel me?
Yeah, because I mean, I
And
think there's more room, or we need now. Yeah, there is room, but we need more. And not saying that you're in this mode, but we need more of the Kendricks, the Rhapsodies, the
yeah,
Coles. Who else? Female, like, what's her name? I think it's London. Like, we need more rappers like that. That when you're rapping, we know exactly what the hell you're saying, because, like I
yeah,
said, there are people out here that still want that. They could say that, the old school rap, whatever the case is, but there's still people that want to hear what the hell you have to say. Because if you're telling me that, I don't know, let's say, like, and I'm not shitting on nobody, but like
yeah,
Trippy Red or somebody, you're not gonna tell, oh, it's a message in the song. If I gotta listen to the song 5 or 6 times to make out each verse, that's
yeah,
just not helping me. I don't want to listen to
yeah.
it that
I
many
got.
times. Yeah, yeah, to figure out one line and shit. So
No, I feel you on that. And one artist that I do really listen to, and I really look up to nowadays, is Polo G. That's actually one of my favorite artists. And the thing about it is, because it's the way he carries himself. It's like he just stay humble, and he stay true to who he is, and he shows it in his music. Like, he really puts his passion into his music, and I try to replicate that myself. Like, I put my passion into everything I do. So I definitely put my passion into my music.
and do you so let me ask you this. With all of the, and not that you're in this, but just give me your perspective on this. With all of with all of the beefs, I'm not talking about how that stay on the tracks and shit, but the shit that spills out into the streets, like what happened with like with King Von And I know there are a couple other artists that died this year, or
Yeah.
between the end of last year and this year. But like with King Vaughn and stuff like that, how does that, how does that make you feel getting into this game, knowing that there's so much bullshit in the rap game as far as the beef and stuff go, that is time, as time goes on, it does spill outside the booth.
Yeah.
But
I
how
mean,
does that make you feel knowing that you're losing, like I said, King Vaughn, Pop Smoke,
yeah.
you're just off some nonsense. How does that make you feel as an artist?
Not gonna lie, it's definitely scary, but I'm not scared by it, but it's the thought behind it is definitely scary because I feel like when people think of being famous, they think of security, like not like people security wise, they think of security like in general, like money wise,
Yeah.
even like when it comes to security with their home, like they think of just being secure in life. But one thing that I really think about and I tell people is that at the end of the day, you still human. Like you still walk around breathing the same, not the same exact blood, but you breathing the same blood, the same air that everybody else is. So it's not you might be you might be famous, a celebrity, a superstar, but you still just like the next person working a 9 to 5. You just got more money. That's it. But anything is still able to happen to you. So I feel like you got to carry yourself with the same awareness and the same mindset that you did when you was low. Like you just can't move freely when you're at the higher when you at a higher point in your life. And I feel like that's what most artists and most celebrities lack in when they do make it big.
So
They move more freely and they lack that awareness.
yeah, and I think that's great that you said that, because I think that's what it is that they still see themselves as everyday people, which in all actuality they are. But then because they see themselves as everyday people, you have the fans, the haters, and all these other people that don't see them as that. They
Yeah.
see them as, some people I honestly do see them as gods and put them on this pedestal. And the first
Yeah.
time that the artists, have a human moment, and just like, because there are days where you might be out in the public and a fan may run up to you, and it's not that you don't want to sign an autograph or whatever. You just it may be a bad day for you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's
Yeah.
what I think the fans and a lot of the people are like, oh, well, I pay you, you should sign it. Yeah, but where's my me time? So how do you prepare yourself for when you get to that point, to when you're out in public and you have to be mindful?
I don't know. It's funny. I say this now, but it's probably gonna change. But personally, I love people. I'm definitely a people's person. So I honestly don't think that would bother me. I love interacting with people. I just love being around people. So I really don't think that would really be a problem for me.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think so. But that might change. But right now, I don't think that'd be a problem for me though.
Yeah, because I mean, and like you said, and that's great to have that mindset and stuff. But the sad thing is like I said, it's not even going to be you changing. I think a lot of times the game helps you, or forces, not helps you, it forces you to
Yeah.
change, because no matter what you do, somebody's gonna have an issue with it. Like I
For
said,
sure.
Kendrick does what he does, J. Cole does what he does, Nas and Jay-Z do what they do, and everybody still finds a reason to hate on them. It doesn't matter. They could give $1 million to this charity. They could give 100 hours of volunteer time to a charity or something. And the only thing people are going to see, well, if he gave 100 hours, why couldn't he give 101? If he gave $1 million, why couldn't he give two? So it's just, as you move through and you start to progress in the DMV and beyond,
No. Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have to be mindful of that, because nothing is ever going to be good enough for
Mhm.
for everybody.
Oh
So
yeah.
so I was
But
gonna
my take on that though is like haters gonna hate. Like at the end of the day, you definitely gonna have haters. Like my dukes told me all the time, like not everyone is supposed to like you, and that is so true. So at the end of the I go like this. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be the only one in my casket. So it's either you gonna ride with me or you not. So it's like the haters gonna hate. So I really don't. If you got that negative energy, I really don't need you around me, and I'm not gonna be pressed for you to be around me. You feel me? So
Yeah.
it's like if you gonna be real, then you are gonna be by my side. If you're not, then you are gonna be like, you gotta say goodbye.
And that's good. But before we move on to the next portion of this interview, um, Imperial Rentals. You know, are you planning an event, especially now that everything is opening up all throughout the country again? Let Imperial celebrate with you. They have Imperial Magic Mirror Photo Booth as well as a 360 photo booth. Either one you choose will be the life of the party. Our professional and curious staff will make partygoers experience a memorable one. No event is too big or too small for Imperial Rentals. Contact them today at Imperial Rental New Jersey or at 973-851-3099. Use the code we need to talk for a 10% discount. So with that being said, is there what do you do for your me time to just like disconnect, you know, from the music, disconnect from the world? What do you do just to, you know, recharge yourself and get yourself ready for, you know, whether it's school, music, whatever the case is? What do you do for your me time?
My me time really like I said before, I play basketball, so like I just go hoop with a couple of my friends, couple cousins. We go to the court, ball out. Sometimes I play the PS4, hop on 2K, you know, definitely get it running on there with a couple of my friends. So anyone watching it, you know, if you got PS4, definitely let me know. We can run 2K, get it popping. I run 20, 21, anything.
So
if you so yeah.
no, but that's good. That's a real important thing to, you know, to get into. Is, you know, it's definitely have the me time to disconnect, because like I said, we all are chasing a dream or our dream, and like I said, we sometimes we would get so caught up in trying to make that dream happen sooner rather than later that we'll forget to take that me time, and we'll burn out, and then it's
Yeah,
just like then you look back at it and go, man, I'm not even interested in this shit no more, or we end up putting off more time than we need to.
yeah.
And then when we come back to it, the passion or the drive is just less, and now it really feels like work. So, you know, always
That's
make sure you got that me time, because it that burnout is real.
nah, that's nice. And I feel like upcoming artists too, that's one thing that I seen it too, because that's one thing that upcoming artists like I seen one of my friends, like I'm no names, but one of my friends, he wanted to be an artist, but like he was going hard, and he was going hard, going real hard about it, but he just lost that drive. It was like he was just doing it every day, and I feel like it was just since he was doing it every day, he was just getting less motivated, and he was just like he was getting tired of it. So
Mhm.
now I don't know what he doing now, but still, it's just like he's not doing music no more. But
Yeah, I mean, and that's right, and it happens with everything. So when
oh
people
yeah,
think it's, you know, I'm not just talking about just music and stuff, because even with the podcasting for me, there was a point to where I was just like, man, I'm not seeing the numbers that I want to see, you
mm,
know, the followers on IG and Twitter, all that stuff. I'm like, it's not where I want it to be. Maybe I
uh,
shouldn't do this. And I was just ready to push it to the side and go, fuck it. Then my wife came in and she was like, nah, she was like, don't quit. Don't give
uh,
up on it.
yeah,
I mean, and then, like I said, I'm glad that, like I said, when you got that good support system, you
yes
know,
sir.
it helps. So I say between, you know, what I mean, my wife and my podcast family, the Black Podcast Conglomerate, you know,
Uh,
it's been times I talked to a couple of them and I told them, like, I don't, you know, I'm not seeing what I want to see. And they told me, they said, don't focus on the numbers. It was like, if you solely focus on the numbers, it will burn you out, and it will
yeah,
cause you to crash. There's like the numbers, it'll come when it's supposed to come.
yep.
So that's the, you know, what I mean, that's the main thing to remember as you move forward in your journey and everything. So for you, what is your, and I know, you know, what the general answer is, but at the end, what is your end goal? Is it more, are you more, do you want to make more of an impact, or on society with your music, or is it more of a, you know, get out your current situation? And I know it sounds like a crazy question, but you have a lot of people that can make it out, you know, make the money, make it out their current situation and still be unhappy. And then
Yeah,
you have your people that make the impact and may not have the same amount of money as a, you know, like I said, you pick whoever you want. And
exactly.
if we say in the DMV, you know, Wale, Fat Trell, Shy Glizzy, somebody like that. But
Mm.
is it more important for you to make it out, or is it more important for you to make an impact?
It's more important for me to make an impact. Like I really want to just motivate people and tell them like whatever you put your mind to, you can really do it. Like go set a goal and go 130% for it. Like don't let no one tell you that you can't do it, or don't let no one tell you don't have what it takes to do it.
Mhm.
Like you can do it. If you say that's what you want to do, damn it, you can definitely do it. It is what it is, and that's what I really want to get the message across to all the young kids, all the people my age, and even people older who need that type of motivation, who need that type of push to get them going. You feel me?
Mhm.
And I feel like a lot of people nowadays, the type of world we in today, that message would definitely get around to a lot of people and help a lot of people out. So that's what I really want to do. It's just me. Like I really love helping people, and I really love like motivating people and pushing them to go forward in what they want to do and be successful.
Yeah, and that's a good damn thing, because like I said, it's enough crazy shit going on in the
Exactly.
world, you know. It's just enough crazy shit. So like I said, to have somebody like yourself that's thinking that way, you know, like I said, the blessings that come from, you know, what come from above. It's not,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people get caught up in the, oh, the money, the money, the money. Yeah, like I said, you can get all the money in the world, but that's not
Mhm.
necessarily going to make you happy, because you'll have all the money in the world. Now you're isolated, or you'll isolate yourself from, you know, I mean, the people that were with you, or the situations that helped to get you where you are.
Mhm.
But like I said, like you said in the beginning, staying humble, staying grounded, and all that is a
Yeah.
key, and wanting to help and give back. And like I said, give back. You know, for the people listening, I know we should all know this by now. Give back is not always necessarily about money. You know what I
Nope.
mean? You give back your time. You know, going to talk to kids, or just, you know, it's all of the small things that we forget that contributes to giving back, versus just, you know, monetary things.
Yup.
So so for you, so now who do you listen to currently? You, whether old school, new school, whatever, who do you listen to?
I got a wide selection. So well, it's weird. So I make hip hop rap music, and I make some chill tracks too. But my favorite genre is R&B. So you might laugh, but I listen to a lot of Janae Aiko. I listen to Summer Walker. I listen to Future. I listen to Polo G, of course. I listen to Lil Baby, Drake. To take it back, I still listen to Pac, I listen to Biggie, I listen to Nas, I listen to old Kanye, I listen to Run DMC. I love Run DMC, man. I love Crank them. I love Heavy D too. I love listening to Heavy D. My favorite song by him is the Mr. Big Stuff. That's in the Overweight Lovers in the House. That's
Yeah.
my song right there. But I really listen to I listen to everything. It's not a genre that I don't like. I love all genres, but one genre that I just really can't get into is heavy metal, and I don't know why. Because I like rock music, but it's just heavy metal. I just can't get into it. It's just I don't know. It's just I just can't really get into that.
It's definitely an acquired taste to listen to heavy metal and stuff, and you
Mm-hmm.
know, but you know, you said something that I think really will separate you from, you know, that is and does separate you from a lot of the current artists, because the fact that you said Run DMC and Heavy D, there are a lot of, you know, young rappers now that don't even know who the hell they are,
Exactly.
or may have heard the name in passing. And
Mhm.
it's like, like I said, so that means you're very tapped into music, and that
Yeah.
you go that far back, because
I watch all the Netflix documentaries about. I watch everything. YouTube document. I really am tapped into music and rap. Like I love everything about it. Everything.
and so yeah, and that's good, because like I said, you're a true well-rounded artist. If you can, like I said, if you're in the rap game or getting into the rap game, and then you're saying that R&B is your thing, and that's good, because like I said, it gives you a good balance, because I
Yeah.
think a lot of artists now, their their version of making music for women is strictly like twerk music, and it's just like, nah, every once in a while you need something to conscious to uplift women. I mean, you can make all the positive conscious music about the artists that are in gangs or that were in gangs, how to get out of gangs and stuff, but then you also have your female fans
Yeah.
that I mean, that possibly can't relate to that. They're going through some other issues, and if you're just making twerk music,
Yeah.
that's
Exactly.
not what they need. You gotta, like I say, you gotta be well versed in I think the R&B and the rap game, and be
Yeah.
able to mold and blend the two together to make good music for the
And another
yeah.
artist that I really listen to on the R&B side is SZA. SZA is really a good artist that I could listen to and really just clear my head. She really helps me clear my head, and I can meditate to her music sometimes too. So I love listening to SZA.
So that's good. Like I said, you keep it well versed. Like I said, it'll definitely take you a long way, and it will help you to separate yourself from
Yeah,
the repetitive stuff that we have out here with everybody, and there's no knock on the on the Migos and nothing, but
yeah,
everybody trying to sound like the Migos, and it's just like, all right, we got enough of that. We got enough of people trying to sound like Future. It's just like
yeah,
we need artists now to try and get their own sound.
yeah. Just be
And,
yourself.
yeah, and that's the thing. I think people are scared. They just want to take the cookie cutter process and just go, all right, well, the Migos did this, Future did this, Drake did this. All right, I'm gonna pattern myself after these three and go forward. Like, no, we already have them. We don't need a watered down version of the same shit that they're doing. I'm like, we need something else. So it's like I said, you man, just keep doing what you're doing. It'll catch on. And like I said, especially now that things are opening up here in the DMV,
Yeah,
I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of venues that are looking for
yeah, definitely.
artists and things to come out. So now that things are starting to open up, what are you and your team working on? I know that this. I know it's just we're 2 days into everything opening up 100% for the most part in this area. So
Yeah.
what are you and your team working on now? Are y'all working on?
Currently, I'm actually working on projects. I got 3 projects in the making right now. So once I get those mixed mastered, we're already looking for shows. We have 3 venues that we're looking at right now that are getting actually set up. Like the shows are getting made. They're not fully out yet. So
Okay.
once they get put out, they start promotion for it. We gonna purchase our ticket so we can perform there. I actually have a show coming up in Philly May 30th that I'm going to be doing. So that's going to be real good. That's going to be nice. It's outside too, so it's supposed to be a lot of people there. So I'm stoked for that. Um, we really got stuff planned. We got stuff coming in June. We have our TGB Productions show. So we're hosting our own live event in June. That's going to be out in Baltimore. So we're
Okay.
gonna be that.
Oh yeah,
We're
yeah.
gonna start promotion for that soon too. So we got things coming.
Oh yeah, that would definitely keep me abreast of that. I'd like to drop in on that. Like I said, I haven't been out the house really out
I
to
got
any venues and stuff yet, but like I said, I'll definitely could come out and support. So
yeah, for
mm,
sure, for sure.
let me know. So with that being said, has anything that's going on recently, and you and I have talked offline about this type of stuff. But anything like with the, you know, Breonna Taylor and George Floyd stuff, has any of that, how has and those events or things, how has that, you know, helped your music, or has it helped your music?
It really helped my music because it motivated me personally to just speak my mind and put whatever I want to into the paper, because before I was shy away from saying what I really wanted to say. You know, like I write down what I want to say, but it's not like really what's in my head. Like I'm sugarcoating it, you feel me?
Yeah.
But so when the Breonna Taylor and George Floyd stuff happened, tragedy happened, I um I hosted a protest,
Mhm.
and my protest was so successful. You know, my protest was so successful. The turnout was amazing, and that really just sparked a fire in me that has not been even close to being put out yet. And I just incorporate that into my music, which is I just don't hold back like with anything that I'm saying in my music. Like whatever I'm saying is really 100% what I'm feeling. So it's like I'm not sugarcoating nothing. I'm really putting my words and my all and my passion, my heart into my music.
Good. Like I said, don't, you know, and it's good. And I want people to know, and, you know, for the people that have heard me say or heard, you know, listen to this interview, like I said, we do know each other. So a lot of
Yeah.
things that he's saying, I know what his passions are. So we're just bringing it
Uh,
to the masses, so that they could get a, you know, so that they can get an understanding and feeling of who you are. Because, you know, what I want people to take away from this is, like I said, seeing how well-rounded you are. Like I said, you're in school, you're
yes.
doing, you know, you're doing your music, you
Yeah.
know, you're doing your activism, you know, your protests and things like that. And
Yes.
also, like I said, you know, for the people that don't know, he's an actor too. And he's been in a couple of, you know, a couple of my plays,
I have.
and you know, as you know, it
Amazing plays, amazing plays. I had so much fun
people
being out.
will get to see it. Now that things are opening back up, I want people to see more of it, because, like, you know, I do so many things that I don't talk about, which is, you know, my one thing I need to improve on. You know, like I said, I'm a published author, a playwright, producer, director, all of that, but I don't speak on a whole lot of that stuff. But like you were saying, with now the things that come and open, I plan on tapping back into some of those things, just to,
Yeah,
you know,
I
keep
can't
keep,
wait.
keep the creative juices going.
Yes, sir. Definitely. I definitely can't wait to get back on that stage and act. That was so fun. That was the best. That was a great experience. I really like that.
Yeah, it sucks that the, you know, we couldn't get the recording done. Well, it was recorded, but there was something weird. Like, it was, they recorded it, but it was no sound. It was just like,
Uh, uh,
it was like,
uh,
yeah, that's crazy. But, you know, you
man,
know, like I said, it is what it is. We could run it back now, because, like I said, things are opening back up, and you know, the plays.
yeah.
It's some good information in the plays, but that
Uh,
this interview is not about me; it's about you. So,
got you. I got you.
all right. So, give me your Let me see. Give me your top five.
I knew it.
Yeah. I gotta ask. You know, you can give me your top five artists. I'm trying to think if I want to do now or of all time. You know, just give me your top five artists now.
Now, I
Yeah.
bet. People, y'all. I hope nobody get mad for me about this. Is it? Do you want me to do this in order?
However you want to do. You could put it in order, or you could just give me the five.
All right. All right, I'm gonna just give you the five. I don't want nobody mad at me, so I'm gonna just give you the five. So, I'm gonna definitely say, Polo G. I gotta say Polo G. That's who I look up to. Definitely gonna throw Drake in there. Lil Baby. Lil Baby is at his prime. He is bodying anything. Like any track he hop on to is he killing it. So I
Mm.
Lil Baby. Who else? Big Sean, man. Big Sean, he's definitely, I don't know why people not giving him the praise he need, but the skills that he has in rapping is just immaculate. Like, this guy's different. So I'm a big fan. And 5, I say 5. See, it's my 5th, so it's my last. I gotta go with. I gotta go with. I think I'm gonna go with. I think I'm gonna just go with. I'm gonna go with the baby. The baby.
Yeah.
The baby. It's just his punchlines and just like his beats and like the way he brings people, like he draws people to his music. So I really like that a lot. And he keeps people into his music. It's like when you listen, like you stick around from start to finish.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I like that.
That's a good 5. I'm trying to see if I had to pick a 5 now that I listen to it. Like I said, it's not for me. I'm gonna do like it's not in any order. And I gotta put this caveat in there. And it's not necessarily that I'm thinking of best skills. I'm just talking about who, if I turn it on, I can listen to it and I'm like, all right, I could tolerate it.
Okay.
So for the most part, I'm like you. I would say, I have the baby. I have Little Baby. I'll throw Rhapsody in there only because, like I said, Rhapsody has been around for a while, but it's just, what I mean? Like I said, she's now getting her just due finally. So I'll put that in there, and I got a little craziness in there. And I know I did say this earlier, but I listened to this person. I honestly listened to them by accident, and I actually liked it. I would have to say, for real, like Pooh Shiesty. And I didn't, and like I say, it's not that that's one of my favorites, nothing like that. I heard a song and I was like, let me listen to what the hell he talking about. And it was entertaining as hell to me to I can't relate to some of the shit he talking about, but it was something I was like, okay, I can do that. And then I'll say, you know what? And it honestly took a while for me to admit this, and it's hard for me to pick one over the other. So I'm gonna have a 1A and 1B. I have to say like G Herbo and Lil Durk.
Okay. Okay. I like that.
They have some stuff that I like the track because they each had a song on Judah and a Black Messiah soundtrack. And I like what they did on there, and also what they did on Khaled's album.
Yeah.
So I have to throw them.
Was fire. I heard that was fire.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to say Lil Durk. I was thinking about Lil Durk, but the only thing about him was I like his music too. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like I don't know. I just had to put the baby above him. But I mean, some people definitely might disagree. Some people might agree, but I don't know. I was gonna put Lil Durk, but nah, I just put the baby. I had to.
Like I said, and it's not like I said, I'm not saying that I'm running out to like a Pooh Shiesty concert or nothing like that. It's just I heard something and I was like, all right, I could bop to this. I could, it's something I could listen to. So for everybody that hears this, I do listen to everything. It's just that I don't like a lot of stuff. So if you have to do your top 5 all time, who would who would be your top 5?
And easily 1 and 2 is definitely going to Pac Biggie. Number 3 would definitely go to Snoop. Number 4 is going to I'm giving it to I'm gonna give it to what's my man name? What's his name? There we go. Andre 3000. Andre 3000. Number 4, I'm giving it to Andre 3000. And number 5, I'd probably go to Wayne. Nah, I'm gonna switch that though. Hold on. Number 3, I'm gonna put Wayne. Number 4, I'm gonna put who did I put at number 3? Who was number
3000? I
No,
know you said
Andre 3000 number 4. I'm gonna put Andre 3000 at 5. But who was number 3 at first? It was Pac, Biggie, Wayne, and then number 4 was I forgot. I forget like that. That's crazy. Who did I say? I don't know. But I'm gonna just go ahead. Excuse me. I'm gonna throw in so Andre 3000 is 5 for sure. I'm keeping him up there because he is different. Like I just love the way he rapped. Like it was, and you had to listen. Like if you could keep up to what he was saying, because sometimes he'll rap fast as I don't know what. But if you could keep up and actually listen, it was like his wordplay was tremendous. Like I really liked it. And number 4, I probably put Snoop. I'm tripping. There we go.
Yeah,
Snoop. I'm putting Snoop at 4. There we go. Yeah, I'm putting at 4.
So I gotta make one correction to what I said earlier. There's one. There's one. I'm talking about to who I like and who I'm listening to currently.
Okay.
There's a rapper from my hometown out of Patterson, and no bias, but Hard Luck.
Mm-hmm.
If you, I'll send you a link to his stuff,
Okay.
some of his freestyle and stuff.
All right.
But Hard Luck, I would have to put him in there as I'll make it a number 6. He'll make it number 6 as my
Okay.
artist that I'm listening to today. And like I said, at first, and like I said, I give all new rappers a hard time. So when I
Yeah.
first heard about him, it was like, all right, let me see. And then as I started to listen to more of his music and follow his freestyles and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and I ain't even gonna call him a boy. That man is a problem. If he, like I said, he's gonna catch on, and when he take off, it's gonna be something else. Like I said, you and him pulling big for the two of y'all. Like I said, y'all bringing 2 different styles to the
Definitely.
game, and like I said, I could understand what the hell y'all saying. That's a
Yeah.
big thing for me is understanding what the hell you saying.
And
So
that's what I try to make out the most. Like I don't want people to really have to strain their ear muscles to really listen to what I'm saying. Like I want my music to speak clearly for itself. You feel me? Like
and
that's how.
that's the thing. So yeah, definitely, like I said. But for my greatest of all time, like I said, people are gonna kill me for this one. But I'm not, and like I said, yes, I have an explanation for most of my shit.
Gotcha.
Jay, Jay and Nas will make it at the top for me. I'm not a Nas fan, but I respect the hell out of his game, what he does,
Yeah.
the way he raps and everything. They would make it 1 and 2 for me.
Gotcha.
I'll just say this now: Biggie and Tupac don't make my list, and I'll explain why in a minute. Because people I always get cursed out for this. But if I'm going on
Almost like the call.
Jay and Nas 1 and 2, I gotta put Kane, Big Daddy Kane,
Yeah.
Eric B.
Okay.
At number 5. Oof, oof. And like I said, and this one here, number 5 would shock a lot of people for
Yeah.
longevity, and I respect the hell out of what he does and how long he's been in the game. I would honestly throw E40 in there. Like I said, the
Yeah.
long the longevity,
Longevity.
slept.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel that.
really slept on. And like I
Uh,
said, I lived out on the West Coast, so I used when I lived out there is when I learned about E40. But I would
Yeah.
throw him in there. But the reason that Big and Pac don't make my list is
Yeah. I
because
need to know this.
I always tell people, I said, you know what? And I said, I'm from up north. And
Uh-huh.
I said, but Biggie and Tupac, while they are great in what they did and all this other stuff, people could talk impact and all this other shit. I said,
Uh-huh.
for me, they weren't around long enough. Yes, Pac had a million songs recorded and all this other stuff. I get
Uh-huh.
it. But I always tell them, I said, Big and Pac weren't around long enough for me to put them in my top 5. Like I said, because if you think about it, Biggie had what, 2 albums. Pac had, I don't know how
Okay.
many
I
albums.
feel like Biggie had like 2 albums and like another good, like a good 7, 8 songs. You know?
And that's my thing, and that's why I don't put neither one of them in my top 5. I said, don't get me wrong. I was like, I was never a Pac fan, but
Uh,
Machiavelli to me is his best album. I love Machiavelli.
yeah, Machiavelli was tough.
I
Yeah.
said, you can
What's your
take me.
favorite song off of Machiavelli?
Um, one song. I love Hail Mary.
Yeah.
That's my shit. Hail Mary is my song, but I like that. I like that entire album. Oh,
Yeah.
everybody always say "All Eyes on Me," "Tupacalypse," and all this
Yeah.
other stuff. I said, nah, but give me Machiavelli against any of his other albums, and I'll take that. But that's my thing, is that they weren't around long enough. And then you have people that are always argue with me and say, well, if Biggie and Tupac was here, Jay-Z wouldn't be who he is. And I don't mean to sound flippant about this, but I'm like, they're not here. So I'm like, should Jay-Z have stopped rapping when they died just to, just so he wouldn't surpass them? And I'm like, but that's my thing. And people always get mad
Yeah.
at that. And I'm not saying that they weren't great, but I never put them in my top 5.
Yeah. I got you.
So
I pick up you put it down.
so yeah, so with all that being said, so where can the people, where can they find you and get in touch with you?
Really, just my Instagram. I'm always responding to people on Instagram. I'm never hard to get in touch with. So my Instagram is ALTON-THE-GREAT, ALTON-DAGREAT. Alton the Great. The name is kind of long, but
Yeah, they'll find you.
Yeah. Definitely.
So so is the truth out for downloads and stuff like that, or
Yes, the truth was actually a name that I had in my phone, because that was what I originally was going to call it, because that was just like the name that I really was like, that was the name that I came up with before I even wrote the song. Like, I was like, I'm about to write the song called The Truth. So that was the title. But when I actually wanted to release the song, like, I changed the name and I dropped it as Moment of Truth. So because since it was my first song, I was like, this is my moment. So, moment of truth. So I dropped it like that. And you can find it on all platforms. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes Music. You can ask Alexa, Siri, anybody to play it. So, you can find it on anything. Amazon Music, Pandora.
Okay.
It's on. Yeah.
All right. So like I said, so yeah, so again, I thank you for coming on, and
I appreciate you for having me, man.
no, I told you it was coming. I was just working on some other stuff, but I told you I would definitely have you on. So
Yeah.
like I said, as when you get closer to your shows and all of that, or when you drop your EP or your mixtape or whatever, I'd like to have you back on so we could run through your track list and things like that.
Yeah,
So,
definitely, yeah, for sure. I'm definitely trying to come back on here. When I'm just definitely trying to come back, man. I'm trying to be a familiar face in the podcast. I'm loving it.
hey, yeah, no, we'll definitely get you back on. Like I said, when I have you back on, it's not going to be just for music. I could bring you on, as a guest, and for one of our topics and things like that. So, like I said, we need more young minds and shit on here that, I mean, that can talk about more than just what rapper beefing with who. We need some young folks on here with common sense.
Exactly. And I'm definitely down for it. I'm always about having a good, meaningful conversation. I'm always down about taking in some knowledge and giving knowledge. And I'm just down for it. So just let me know.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
definitely will. So like I said, we need to talk 23 and ADAGR8, signing off. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yes, sir.